Hypocrisy rules okay. Our local news, which covers these Midlands, Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, etc. A word I'm going to was saying cigarettes. I could say fags. A lot of shopkeepers say they're having to lay staff off, and some even thinking of closing because of the revenue they are losing on cigarettes. People buying counterfeit cigarettes and going for cheap ones. I smoke, of course, as you know, and so many more people, especially here in these Midlands, are going for cheaper cigarettes. And who is to blame? It's obvious. Come on, all together. The government. Every budget, no matter how many times a year the Chancellor puts up the price of cigarettes and forcing people, smokers, to look for cheaper fags. And they put warnings on the packets. All the packets have got warnings about health risks. Smoking kills. Photographs of people with throat cancer, etc. And so they are really bad for us. So why don't the government ban smoking? Well, they won't do that because they rake in a huge amount of revenue from the cigarettes that people buy at the shops. And if the government were to ban it, they would lose a huge amount of revenue. My chemist friend, of course, gets on his soapbox. Yes, but Arthur, just look what it's costing the NHS. I said, bollocks, John. Rubbish. Don't give me that. Generalisation. We all know people who have smoked all their life. We all know people who have never smoked in their life, and even at a young age they get cancer, throat cancer, lung cancer, etc. The government is to blame. If they didn't keep putting up the prices of cigarettes, people wouldn't look for cheaper ones. Same with drink. I have watched your video, Graham, about lager. Yeah. I click like. And since Tony Blair and his discredited New Labour scrapped the licensing hours, as we all know, the pubs used to close at 11 o'clock. That was chucking out time, wasn't it? Then Blair scrapped it, and the pubs are open 24 hours. The police have an horrendous job in every city centre in the country, especially at the weekends. Drunks, people staggering drunk. Not only the police, the NHS, people being taken in, some with alcoholic poisoning, and the government just keep putting the price up. Every budget, the government's to blame all the way along. People will say to me, I should stop smoking. Well, I have not got a bad throat, just cough occasionally. And, as I told my doctor, are you still smoking? I said, yeah. How many? I said, a few. How many? I said, not all that many. How many? So I said, about 10, 15 a day, lying through my teeth. He says, well, I told you, if you don't stop. I said, look, I'm a pensioner. I don't have much of a social life, and I do enjoy standing out on my balcony having a smoke, and I'm not packing it up, not for you nor anybody else. He says, well, if you don't, you're liable to get. I said, I don't care. Tell me I'm going to die next year, fair enough. I've had enough of this bloody life anyway. He says, well, I think I'd better give up with you then. I says, yeah, I think you better add, so we don't mention it anymore. You cannot generalise, but they do. Do something, it will kill you. It might, but generalisation all the way along, pain in the arse. So hypocrisy rules okay. If smoking and drinking is that bad for us, why don't the government ban it? But they won't, because they need the money, they need the revenue. They're raking it in. Just look at the people who'd lose their jobs if they banned smoking. Thousands and thousands of people would lose the job. The government would lose a huge amount in revenue, so there's no way in the world they're ever going to ban smoking. All they'll do is keep putting the price up at every fucking budget, forcing people to look for cheaper, say for the last time, cheaper cigarettes. I rest my case. Yeah, right. I think a cup of tea's called for. Cheers. Bye. Come on, you little bastard. Cheers. Bye.